Welcome back everyone to Planet Crafter, the Toxicity DLC. So in the last episode we got, well, the last area I think in the lower crater, or wherever this is. It looks like a crater where we are. Big tall cliffs all the way through, some sort of ravine. Now we cleared all this area in the last time. We didn't really find much in there. We went up on top of this thing. We didn't find anything on top there. There were some crates. We found a couple extra jetpacks hanging around in chests. But yeah, there's nothing really on there. There was a couple of chests on the top there. We haven't found much buildings or lore around here. We did find a couple of messages we did grab, but we didn't have time to read because of the toxicity meter and the oxygen meter we have to watch out for. So we need to go back to our base, and we have got a lot of good resources sitting in here. So we need to make a big decision on what we're taking. So I'm going to be leaving this. So first thing we've got is 2 chips to unlock. If I can get... Do I have a silicon on me? No. Do we have a silicon in the chest somewhere? If not, I'll have to just go and find one on the floor. Yeah, there's one there. And we want the blueprint screen. So we got the recycling machine. That's nice because we did say we got 2 jetpacks we could break down into the rocket engines. That will allow us to get more stuff down. So that's fantastic stuff. Atmosphere water collector, that's great. We want to get that up. That needs aluminium. So let's have a look at the recipes. So first thing I want to look at is recycling. 3 super alloys and 2 micros. Now the deconstruction chips are easy to do, but what I could do is build this, break the 2 rocket engines down, and then break this machine down. Now we'll lose the resources for the 2 deconstruction chips, but that's only like, I think it's iron and silicon if I remember right. So that might be a good idea, and take the jetpacks back with us because we've got one here and we've got one in a chest somewhere else. So we don't need this stuff on us. I want to take the mushrooms, even if I have to leave water and this sort of stuff here, I'm okay with that. We've got a mushroom in there I would like to take. High quality food's the first one we've come across, so I want to take that. And I'm okay leaving the cloth back because we've got a lot of that. Aluminium has to come with us, and super alloy has to come with us. This is probably going to have to be a 2 trek. There's no way I'm going to do this in 1 trek. We shouldn't need our oxygen capsule, so I'm okay dumping that into here. We did pick up some algae, which could be useful taking back. That might have to be worthy of a 2nd trip. We could take a water just before we leave here. So I've really got about 4 spaces, maybe 5. We could leave a standard food behind. Drink the water on us. And take that too, and I'm happy with that. Lots of iridium, we can make a rod. A couple of uraniums, we can make a rod with that as well, and a rocket engine. Yeah, that has to be it. And I definitely didn't have the 2nd rocket engine here, did I? No, it's in one of the other huts. Now, this is the one we've already cleared out. So we shouldn't be too far from the starting bases. Or I've got a base just up on an hill. I think it's around the corner here. There is a bit of the area up there we haven't explored. But I am absolutely full to the brim. Now there is some growers in here I'd like to take down and replace with bigger seeds, because we have picked up some 400 seeds we've got in some huts around. So these currently have only got like 200 multipliers. But it is keeping our oxygen ticking over. And then we have got a lot of these down here. Do I want to build anything here? No, it needs to be built at the other place because that's where all my stuff is. Power screen, we're still sitting on 40 power. Let's go over to our temporary main base. But I think my base is better suited there because we'll be using the monorail. Or maybe even build over the monorail, but I would want better building. Maybe the 2x2s. and also the staircase. I could probably do something similar to what I did in Humble. We had a bridge base in Humble where I built a base over the bridge and then we could drive underneath with the car. Maybe I'll do something like that with the monorail eventually, which might be nice. So do we have enough on us to do the rod? No, I'm one short. Did I pick up the extra one? I did. We are going to have to build this because when we do the rocket engine, I need that. Do I want to do the rocket engine first? That would be one rocket engine. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. Because the issue I will have is I could send a rocket up either for iridium or uranium. If I send one up for iridium, I would then not have enough uranium to make a second rocket engine if I make this into a rod. So no, we'll have to leave it without, but we could do the rocket engine, which was that super alloy or something like that. What was I missing? We've got our first ore extractor. That's very nice, but that takes a lot of power. And we haven't found anywhere with osmium, so that's not going to come anytime soon. We did have the recycler we was talking about. Actually, yeah, we could have got rocket engines from this. I would only need 2 deconstruction chips. I do have 2 rocket engines around here to break down. What would a deconstruction chip take? Silicon and magnesium. Let's go and find one more silicon. I think there was one over here somewhere. Now your magnesium. Bit of a awful storm this one is. You can't see anything with it. But we did find an area somewhere down here where it had loads of silica. If we break down the 2 rocket engines, that will allow us to have... Sorry, 2 of the jetpacks. It will allow us to have rocket engines. So if we was to have a look into here at what it takes to make a jetpack, we get 2 rocket engines from each one and a titanium. So then that would actually allow me to get a better power down. So yeah, it's all coming together. 2 more deconstruction chips. Now what I could actually do is just make one. Take the one off my belt. Because it's only a temporary measure I'm going to build this. Get the recycler down. Put the rocket engine in the back. Or the jetpack, shall I say. Right, this one down as well. I can't deconstruct it because my chip's still stuck inside. I forgot all about that. Okay, so we have to build the second deconstruction. But now we've got a massive amount of rocket engines. 4 for free. We've got the super alloy back to use. And we'll just have to put the deconstructions just away for the moment. They're no use. But when we build that machine fully, we've already got them crafted up. But yeah, I'm happy about that. So now we've got 5. Which also means all that uranium I've got sitting here and go towards power. Because we are going to be needing quite a bit of power. We just need 2 water bottles, which we might not have. We've got one there. We might have to go hunting for some ice. That's why I do want the water container down as well. Second one there, so we could actually build the power. And if we need aluminium, we could take these back down. But yeah, the T2's only 19s. These are 86. So about 4.5 times more better power-wise. And we are going to need the power because the next thing we're building is this. No, not ore extractor. Where's it gone? The rocket engine. So I will need to go and get some water, I think. Yeah. So we just need to go and get some ice. Just one piece should last us for a bit. If I can find two, then that's a bonus. Have I got 10 spaces? I do. And I need 10 spaces because I need to go down to my pond down the bottom here and empty that stuff out. Well, it's actually 20 I need. Got no lockers in there, so we'll get... how many iron have I got? None. Just get 3 iron. I can't get it from that. Second piece of ice there, we'll have that. There's one of the iron I need. There's the second one. And then we can put a little chest in here right by this, because this isn't going to be a long term. It's only going to be just until that lake's been purified. And I would like to do all this purifying over here, or at least have it all set up before I start exploring for the monorail. But we've got a lot of base management we've got to do in this episode. So let's just put the stuff away in here. Just so I can empty these. So all these should be full up with 5. Tricky to access that one. And I've got 5 spaces left. And if we look at the water in the lake, it should tell us it's 80 of 100, or 20 of 100, so there's 80 left. So I just need to empty that 4 more times. Take the stuff I want. So I wanted the ice. And then just fill ourselves up with the toxic stuff. We'll leave this stuff here. We do want to take that stuff back with us. And I need to make a little bit of a shufti because our water is going down. So we are starting to get the plans to come together. Unfortunately, we haven't got lucky with any of the storms. I haven't found any aluminium from that. We just had to get it from the buildings. Okay, we can drink a water, keep one on us. Okay, so this lake stuff has to come into here now. This should have a lot of resources in there to deal with. Let's take that out and make them up. We want to get you first. We will be getting a lot more of these soon. And then whatever left, make into polymers. We can make another polymer there as well. Put everything away I'm not immediately using. Let's have a look and see what we got new in here. I think we've already done the T2 and we didn't pick up any toxins for that. We've already got that. We've already done that. And we'll have a quick nose at how close we are to the next unlock. So yeah, rocket engines can go away. Those will be very useful pretty much soon. We do need to make sure we keep these going. And our first bean to be complete. Did we bring the other bean seeds back with us is the next question. No, we haven't brought them back yet, but I do need to get them machines changed over pretty soon. Food-wise, we should have enough food. Just sort this out. Okay, so the next thing I want to be building, I want to get a water collector down before it's too late. Just so I don't have to keep running around after ice. This here. Can't build before 1 MPU. But what class is an MPU? Okay, so that's a little annoying. So maybe one MPU is this. So we need to really push up the purification. Now, I think we did get access to a better version, but we didn't get the purification gel yet. And the gel is about 2/3 the way there. So we do need some planet purification to be happening. Now, it does say on here we're 144 out of 2,000, so we've got a long way to go on this DLC. And it's saying we've cleared 4 out of the 32 areas. But most of those areas are going to be for the monorail now. So yeah, until we get that purification, we can't really do much. But we could chuck a load more down of these basic ones. So that might be a good call. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Do we have mushrooms? I swear I brought mushrooms. Okay. Let's take you out of here, because you wasn't supposed to be in that side. And food we're very good on now. So we didn't bring the mushrooms back. We need to go back for them. So I think that's the next call, is go over there and empty the stuff from that locker. Could I build the... Could I build this thing? Yes, I could. 3 super alloys. I keep pressing the wrong keys. Well, I've got 2 super alloy there. I would need to make another one of these. 1, 2. So I would need an iron and I would need another silica. All the time. That's magnesium. I think there's one. So I don't like that the water's sort of locked behind purification, because that could really help us out. So it does mean that if you've got your Eat 2i, you could find yourself in a really situation, really being stuck where you can't build the water collector and there's no ice. So that's not good to see. So we was making a super alloy. And then we need to collect enough to get this up and make sure we've got 55 power, which we should do because we just built the big power thing. So 3 titanium and 3 iron. So I need an iron and 2 titanium. If I do see silicon, I'm going to pick it up because we've got none. There's an iron. Lots of silica down here. Just need to make sure I don't use up all the space. So just 2 titanium is the main thing I desperately need. And I can see a bunch of titanium in front of me. Did we have any food on us? We do have the HQ food. It is 90, so I think I'd rather use the lower stuff first. Keep the HQ food for if we're going on long treks. Where was we storing food? I think it was in here. Keep the water on us. I think I've got enough to build this now. We will need to build some more super alloy to send a rocket up, and I think I'm just going to put it here. See if we can have it with the stairs facing towards us. Now, one of the rockets I want is the iridium. I can never remember if it's cobalt or silica I need for that one. So you give the pressure multiplier and attracts iridium. So that'll be the one I need with silica. So we have got enough silica. We just need to make 2 more super alloy, because I've got none anywhere else. And that will give us the iridium. The iridium would then give us the uranium, and then we can just keep going. But it just means that we're having to craft the super alloy, unfortunately, at the moment. So 2 cobalt, 2 titanium, and 2 more silica, because we were going to be needing that for the rocket. There's a cobalt. There's the second one, and I think it was 2 titanium, I said. Got 7 spaces, so we can afford to pick up some iron and some extra silica if we see it. Three spaces. And there's a titanium in front, so we'll pick that up as well. Now, I think I have pretty much searched everything that possibly going to have loot in there. We left a few little bits around with basic resources. But there's the 2 super alloys I need for the rocket. So 3 silica, 2 super alloys, and we need a rocket engine. So yeah, we are going to have to just do it the old-fashioned way, make a couple of super alloys. Would be nice if I could find somewhere to get aluminium around here with a extractor. But let's get the rocket up. Our first rocket. And let's launch it. And that will be bringing the red rocks down soon. And we need to be paying attention to where them landing. Because wherever them landing, I need to go and get them all. Because as soon as I've got it, I can all... As soon as I've got enough iridium to do another rocket engine, I could then take these down and turn it into a T3. Really push our score. Now, talking about score, let's have to pay attention to where we are. So, T5 backpack, we're a fifth of the way there. The next big one there is a T4 eater, but that's way in the future. That's like 60, 120, 240 times the amount we need to get there with oxygen. We have T3 drills we could put down with the aluminium we've got now. Biodomes, we're about halfway to getting that. And T2 nuclear fusions are actually about 7 times the amount we need. About 7-8 times the amount we've got at the moment. I can hear the rocks falling, but I'm not paying attention to where they are. But night time is going to be the best time to find them. I think you're heading towards me. You're falling down into the valley by, well... Let's go into the building. Put away the stuff we don't need. We've got enough huts around the place to survive now. We've got food. Let's go out and get as much iridium as we can. Backpack. I think that was super alloy, wasn't it? Yeah, 3 super alloys. I can't afford it. Rocket has to be the priority. So we can see a big rock pile there. We know one went down into the ditch. You do tend to find a lot of these fall in similar places. Okay, so let's get it as much as we can. Might have to wait for the rocks to disperse to get a lot of this. And I can never remember how much you get from a... I think it's like 6 or 7 from each one. Is it like 5 or 6 that drop? I think you can get about 30 from each one. Each rocket you send up. I'm not finding much in there to get hold of, so let's pop down here. If we could get enough iron, I could empty them things out again and put a second locker up over there. Probably fell in the water if I had to hazard a guess. Oh, chest there. 250 multipliers. No, but I will take the iron. Means I can build a second locker. There. Didn't actually land in the water, it landed outside it. Right on top of the hut. Okay, so we know where 2 of them's fell. I need to find the others before I log out of this game today. And let's empty these things while we're down here. That's 40 out of the 100 we took out of the lake once I empty the last one. I mean, I could take this stuff back and start making some more progress, but I need that purification gel, find out what I need for it before I do too much more with the new stuff. I mean, I could take 2 of these down and have the mushrooms back. I just want to get this cleared as quick as possible. Yeah, we found 2 of the rocks. I need to find the rest. Nighttime is a good place to start looking for these. Because the reds do glow at night. I think we've done all the chests round here. Yeah, it's none of the stuff we desperately need. Not seeing any rocks. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Keeping my jetpack on. We'll go in the water and see if there's anything underneath it. Just some scrap parts, nothing with the iridium. Don't think we've come across this chest before. Nothing I desperately need in there, so I'm not going to take any of it. But I do need to find this iridium, otherwise I can't make up the next rocket engine for the uranium. And I still need to go back to that building and get those solar panels. We definitely see a rock formation over the back there. Should have a nut about here somewhere. Yeah, just over here. See what I left in here, because I left stuff everywhere. Technically, you don't need to be here anymore. You don't need to be here, and you don't. It will save a little bit of power. What have we got in here? Just lots of toxic stuff. Spores. Don't know if any of that I'm desperate to take back to the base yet. No, we'll come back for it later. Let's see if any of these rocks have dispersed so I can find the iridium. Yeah, I can find some of it over here. No. Another batch over the back there, so that's where I'm going to go next. Knowing my luck, they've probably hit the rocks at the top and stuck up there. And they can glitch through the walls as well. But there's a lot of rock formation down here. Yeah, here they are. Get to some of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. And they are starting to disperse, so it's going to be harder and harder to find where they landed. So we've got 6 there. Another batch up on the back here by the looks of it. Yeah, there's definitely red rocks over there. If I can get 2 rods, I'll be very happy. If I can get 3, I'll be ecstatic. Just going to take some of the power stuff down, what not being needed at the moment. There's a small little bit down the bottom there we haven't explored. I think 2 of them dropped here because I think there's another one just to the left of me. Well, right of me where I'm looking now. Got 5 spaces left. Yeah, there's another batch over here, just seen. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is close to my hut, isn't it? Yeah, there's another batch of rocks here. So they're all falling up on this hill. That's not too bad. I don't need to pop for oxygen. My hut's only just round the corner. So we've got at least 3 up on the top there, 4 over there, 5 down in the valley. So I think I found the majority of it. I don't think I found everything. Can I make how many? Make 2 rods. How many short am I to make the 3rd? 6, 7, 8. All run off. Can I build the T3 or did I need aluminium? Yeah, I need aluminium and titanium. So currently our sort of production at the moment for heat power is just been this. So 0.3 heat. We've got about 9 of them around. This is 28. So nearly 10 times the power. And it also gives a little bit of pressure. It does take a lot more power. The next tier will be outside. So if we go up to the next hut, I know there's one up there. Actually, even better, we know there's some more rocks still hanging around. Let's go and collect the rest of them rocks. Okay, water. I need to remember where I put it. We'll just use you. I'm going to get a lot of you out of the lake pretty soon. And just use one of you as well. These ready? No, 97, 97, 97. We know there's a lot more up here than anywhere else. Let's go over this side. And then we can go and send a rocket up for the uranium next. But I want to go and collect all these before the next batch comes down. More rain coming down. They haven't all dispersed yet, the rocks. Oh, mushroom I've missed. And the next thing I want to be doing is getting some purification up. Just so I can get that purification gel. Because that's going to really help me out upgrading all those T1s to T2s. Okay, we might actually get that 3rd rod I wanted. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any more there. Let's see if I can see any rock formations down the bottom here. What could have potentially landed? Not on that part. And then if we can get all the production sorted in this one, the next one we will be going for the tram. I just need to make sure we're doing production-wise pretty good before we start disappearing. Just need to make sure my jetpack doesn't cut out, because it can do when you touch the ground. Got another mushroom over here, so let's take it. It's actually a nice place underneath. Big landform round you. I think this is the part we didn't explore, but we are running out of oxygen, so I can't be here too long. Just want to make sure there's no chests or anything hidden around. This would be a great place to put a golden one. Okay, that's a very bright under... I'm not seeing anything, but it is quite blinding there. I think I just saw my hut. No, that's not my hut. Have we found this building? No, because that's tungsten. We haven't got access. Let me go and get the oxygen sorted before I lose anything. I did say there was one small area we hadn't done. I think I'm in the wrong area. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I don't know where I am. I know I've got a nut all the way up on the top, but I don't know if I can get to it. Did I bring... No, I didn't bring an oxygen. And I know my hut's just round the corner and I've got one up on the top of the hill, but I'm already going dark. My first death of the series. Oh no. Boo. I was going all season without it as well, so where we died was just the other side of that. But there's a lot of good things around there. So we need to go and find our death. It would be nice if it sort of give you a direction where your death case was. Just get rid of you. Unneeded. Oh, actually, no. We didn't drop our stuff. I must have not had the setting for dropping it, but we definitely lost some of the iridium. But we've got the tungsten and we needed that for an upgrade. I still want to go back to that corner because there was a lot of chests down there we hadn't done before. It's probably because I'm playing on normal and I don't normally play on normal. But yeah, my hut's all the way over there as well. And I think this is the area we was in just. But there was 2 buildings with 2 chests. Some more mushrooms there. Yeah, because I mentioned about being under this formation. Just having a look, make sure there's no caves hidden in the walls. But yeah, we haven't checked these underneath. Yeah, losing resources, not great. I think I'm just going to drink that. Nothing I desperately need in there. We're definitely taking that because we haven't come across them. We take that. Super alloy, iridium, all these are very good. Just make sure we didn't leave anything in the building. 300 multiplier is better than we've got in most our plant growers. And then we had another one over here. Any more chests underneath? No, let's just pop into the building. Lots of 300s. Aluminium, that is the top priority. Not too fussed about all this stuff. We'll take that. Something makes me think that there might be something, but the oxygen is going down extremely fast again. Just having a look on the rocks, make sure there's nothing sort of chest-wise or a tungsten area. This is a bit slow. My chest is up there, or my thing. Definitely going to need my agility boots very soon. Let's go to this. No, let's continue on where it was. The hut's only just over the hill. I think it's the closest one. But come on, I can't have 2 deaths in one episode when I've had nothing forever. I thought I was going to go all season without a death when I got over the food struggles, but no, unfortunately not. Okay, so we've got 7 there. If I drop... Let's just drop what I don't need in here right this second. So each one of these is 3. Let's take another one down. I just want to upgrade as many of these to the T3s as I can. Okay, so we'll take the iridium back and put all the iron and silicon away. So that's all good resources. We could put that away. Take you 2 with us, and we could pick up 4 more iridium if we see some on the way. Nothing else I desperately need in there right this second, but we can come back for that later. What about you? You've got 200 seeds in, so let's get you upgraded to at least 300s. Now, we did unlock grass spreaders, but I think those needed aluminium as well. Let's stick up on the top here, and we're just looking for any red rocks. If I can find another 4, I'll be happy. But I think I've got the majority of them. Make sure none's gone down into like the gaps. And the good thing is with those 4 rocket engines we got from breaking down the T1 jetpacks we found, that's helped us out big time as well. I'm just looking for red sparkles. Because the rocks would have dissipated by now. I swear there was one that dropped around here, which I don't think we picked it all up. There's definitely one down in the valley. Let's just pop down there and empty the water out. It's been about 7 minutes since we did it, so it should be full again. Yeah, there's definitely some red over here. Let's have a look in the water and see if we've missed any yet. Did we get that chest at any point? Not if it's got super alloy, we haven't. Okay, let's put as many as we can away. Just so we can empty the water out. And then we should be at 40 out of 100 left, so it might say 60 out of 100. I don't know how it's... Okay, so I've got 4 more to take out of that. And then we can move all these over to the other side there now, to that other lake. Yeah, 60 out of 100 it said then. Just want to fill up this locker. Yep, we've got a full locker of water. Take all the red ones with me. Take an ice one because we can't. Actually, we can't. We're full up. We've got all the best resources on us. We'll come back for these later. Then we'll have a nose over this side. Make sure there's no red rocks over here we've missed. Not seeing any. I think we did a good enough job. with the ones we've took down as well. We've probably got nearly 4 rods. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I can get another rod as well. Very nice. Okay, red can go 8. There was something I needed tungsten for in here. I think it was the T3 goo cleaner there, but it also needs purification gel, which we haven't got. So we can't do that yet, but let's put that away. I will put the tungsten in here because it's the new stuff. And the tungsten rod we'll put away as well. So 2 super alloy helps us out for the next rocket. We will need 3 cobalt. And a rocket engine. Let's go and find... I think I might have to get this send up, but collect the uranium in between episodes. I haven't really cut much out this season, but if I do want to make some progress, and if I do want to be going out on the monorail on the next episode, then I'm definitely going to be needing to do a little bit of a cut. And I don't want to kick out of the game at the moment because I need to collect all these uraniums first. These rockets. So yeah, this one's going to give me uranium with the iridium rods I've got and the rocket engines. Then we can send up another one. We've got a couple of more super alloy just so we haven't had to craft that. That's going to then give us an infinite cycle to help us out with the power situation. We do have 3, so I think I'm willing to put another one into a T3 if I've got the 17 energy to do it, which we should do. Yet 65. Silicon, titanium, aluminium. The aluminium supplies is going down. And this time I do want to pay a little bit better attention to where them landing. So them landing over there. We've got a nut over there. You're going to be coming down pretty close to me. We've had 2 behind us, 1 down in the dip. You're going to be coming down this side. You're going to be going all the way over by that building at the back. So you're the easiest one to pick up first. Water. I swear I brought ice back. We might have some water in this machine we can just use. Yeah, we'll just use that. Got 2 more pristine mushrooms. How close are we to getting this gel? So the gel's going to be in the next episode, and it depends on what I need to make that. But we do have a lot of purification stuff around I need to go and collect. So I think I am going to call it there on this episode. Otherwise, it will be getting a bit long. And in between episodes, I'm going to go and collect all the uranium what's on the floor. So the score at the moment is at 1.4 MTI. It's probably going to be close to 2 by the time we come back, by the time I've collected all that uranium. Hopefully, you're still enjoying the series, and I'll be seeing you all again soon. Thank you very much for watching.